let's find out what the holly tree is, okay? All right. Okay. What is the holly tree? Okay. The holly tree. There we go. There go a picture of the holly tree, y'all. This is where the term Hollywood comes from, and all this is pertaining to witchcraft. Just stay with me. I'm connecting the dots here, okay? So, for us to figure out the name Hollywood and why it's truly called that, Hollywood comes from, what is Hollywood? The wood of holly comes from the wood of the holly tree. So, now we have to figure out what is the holly tree. There's a picture of a holly tree, the thistles and the berries. Don't that shit look familiar? I know that look familiar to y'all. Let's find out what is the holly tree, which the Hollywood comes from. The Druids regard holly as a symbol of fertility and eternal life, thought to have magical powers, okay? So the holly tree was always believed to have magical, here we go with that term magic again, powers. And I already broke down what magic is, people. It's just technology that things and reptilians don't understand that only we have access to, really. Today, Christians have adopted the holly tree as a symbol for Christmas. Yep. Y'all done seen the thistles and the berries around holidays. That's a holly tree, all right? The sharp leaves are said to symbolize the crown of thorns worn by Jesus, while the berries represent his blood, all right? So that's the holly tree, okay? We just already decoded it. We know what's to that. All right, if you ain't see me break down Jesus, go watch it in one of my older lives. We already broke down the whole Jesus story, all right? So let's get away from this whole crown worn by Jesus bullshit and berries that represent his blood, because we already know that ain't that. Let's stay focused on what the Druids looked at it as. It was a symbol of fertility and eternal life, power. This lets you know that the holly tree has powers, which is why they use the name Hollywood. All right, but let's get deeper though. Let's get deeper, y'all. So this holly tree has magical powers, and we know what magic is. Let's get deeper. What are witch brooms and magic wands made out of? In folklore, Greek/Roman mythology, the magical wand of the witch, the magic wand along with her broom, is made from the holly tree. There go a magical wand, all right? But in folklore, so this lets you know, the wand that the wizard used and the witch's magical wand was always believed to be made from the holly tree, okay? So, the magical wand that the wizards use, that wand is made from the wood of that wand that the wizards use, Merlin, or any wizard they always showed you, that come from a holly tree. The broomstick that the witches always rode, holly tree, all right? To associate witches and wizards with magic, right? All right? So this is why Hollywood, because they are casting spells with their words, and they're using the gods and goddesses to spell cast, all right? And they're controlling the whole planet with these, because they are master illusionists. This is the real reason why they name it Hollywood. Y'all see what I'm trying to show y'all? They have been casting spells in Hollywood, the controllers, generation to generation, through the entertainment, all right? I broke down the rhymes and all that. So we now are finding out that the brooms in cartoons and movies, in science fiction, witch brooms and magic wands were always believed to be made from the holly tree. So the wood of holly represents magic. And we know that magic is real. I already broke down what magic is, all right? So let's keep it going. All right, is dots connecting for y'all now? Let's keep it going. Now, who was Peg Entwistle, and why is she important? All right, look at this sign, y'all, Hollywood land, okay? Her name was Peg Entwistle, and she is also known as the Hollywood Girl. All right, and I just told y'all that Hollywood basically has been used by these human beings along with the reptilian shapeshifters to cast out spells over us and control us with the demonic imagery that's coming out of Hollywood. All right? Now, who was Peg Entwistle? And notice, Hollywood is located where, people? On the 33rd ley line, not by accident, but on motherfucking purpose. All right? Who was Peg Entwistle? The Hollywood Girl. Now let's find out about Peg Entwistle. Boom. Why was she called the Hollywood girl, and why is she important? Says here, Peg Entwistle and the Hollywood sign suicide. Okay, so Peg Entwistle is famous because she is called the Hollywood girl because she is the first and only person to ever go up on the Hollywood land sign, and she jumped off the sign. She jumped off the alphabet H to be exact and killed herself. She jumped to her death. So she is known as the Hollywood girl, okay? There she go again. Peg Entwistle and the Hollywood sign suicide. And you can read her biography. Book is by James Ruck Jr., all right? Peg Entwistle and the Hollywood sign. Now let's find out why she is important. I already exposed that they've been using Hollywood to cast demonic spells and shit, all right? That's why it's called Hollywood, all right? So let's see. Let's find out about Peg Entwistle. She was born February 5th, 1908, died September 16th, 1932. Acting career began in 1925. She only appeared in one movie titled 13 Women. Now, pay attention to this number 13. This shit finna get deep. Okay. This girl that's called the Hollywood girl, and it's called a suicide. It wasn't no suicide. You know what that was? It was a blood sacrifice. She was actually the first blood sacrifice when they first set up Hollywood and started casting and all this stuff and using these energy stargates and portals. She was the first blood sacrifice, all right? So they sacrificed herself for that cause. But this is what started all the blood sacrificing in Hollywood. This is why she's known as the Hollywood girl, all right? Who the fuck gonna go up on the middle of a mountain and jump off an H for no reason? And you know what I'm saying? Like, and why the letter H specifically, all right? So I'm finna keep getting deep. Now that I'm telling you that she's known as the Hollywood it girl, there she go again, the Hollywood girl, all right? She is famous because she committed suicide. She's the first and only person to ever commit suicide by jumping off the Hollywood sign. Okay, so let's keep digging on her ass, all right? Born February 5th, 1908, died September 16th, 1932. Now the shit finna get creepy on y'all. Y'all, here we go. Only appeared in one movie titled 13 Women. Keyword 13. Why was she only in one movie? All right, her acting career began in 1925. It only lasted 7 years? That's not a long time. Pay attention, my people. Let's keep going. Only appeared in one movie, and she's the face of Hollywood. She's called the Hollywood girl, all right? Only appeared in one movie, and it was titled 13 Women. Now, pay attention to 13. Pay attention to the number 13 and how many times it pops up around her, all right? Now we kind of moving into numerology, which is a separate live, but to just touch on it, all right? They love playing with numbers because they understand how mathematics cosmos, all right? So they 13 is a very potent and powerful number / draconian reptilian shapeshifters. Why? Because because I'm gonna show it to y'all right now. Let me just show it to y'all. All right, pay attention. Her death date is 1932. Let's break it down. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Plus 2, 14. Minus 1 equals 13. Hold on. Her death date, numerology, people. See, people don't dig this deep. Shit don't be no coincidence, y'all. 1932. She's known as the Hollywood girl. She died 1932. Her death year, 9 plus 3 equals 12. Plus 2 equals 14 minus 1 equals 13. We back to that number 13. All right. She was only in one movie called 13 Women. Let's keep going. There are 13 letters in the sign Hollywood land, which she allegedly jumped from. Hold on. We getting deep, y'all. See. Y'all think I be motherfucking talking. Don't y'all? I know. But see, when I told y'all I don't fuck around, I didn't come to fuck around. Let's count this shit out. Because see, y'all need to understand the importance of the number 13. All right? She's called the Hollywood girl. Here's the sign she jumped off of. Here go Hollywood land. Let's count the letters out, y'all. And this is not by coincidence, people. This is by design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's count again. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 letters in the word Hollywood. Y'all think this shit a coincidence, huh? Nah. This ain't no coincidence. You can believe that shit if you want to. This ain't no coincidence. See, I break shit down. This is groundbreaking research right here. You feel me? This is groundbreaking research right here. You feel me? This is going in my book. This is going to my YouTube channel. And this date is credited, so can't nobody try to come and plagiarize. None of you little human being scientists like y'all like to come behind us and try to steal shit. No. I got at least 50 people that's going to be like, no, Rashad Jamal been breaking this shit down. All right? Let's get back to it. 13 important of them, y'all. Let's look at it again. The her 1925, she only appeared in one movie called The 13 Women. Pay attention to how many times the number 13 pops up around her. All right? Because 13 is everything to these fucking draconian reptilians and these fucking human beings. All right? 1932. 9 plus 3 equals 12 plus 2 equals 14 minus 1 equals 13. There are 13 letters in the sign Hollywood land, which she allegedly jumped from. There was 13 original colonies when they came and invaded and took over our motherfucking planet. There are 13 blood stripes on the American flag of the United States of America. Friday the 13th is celebrated as a pagan holiday. The Hunger Games had 12 districts plus 1. So there were in total 13 districts. And what does the Hunger Games represent? The state they were trying to take us into. But now we in this grand awakening, so there ain't gonna be no fucking Hunger Games. But this is why in the they had 12 districts plus 1, which made it 13 districts in total. Let's keep going. Ancient Kemet ascending back up to the 13th dimension after the fall. Remember, I said we was on the 33rd dimension when they first landed on our planet before these beings invaded us. But we dropped down to the 13th. We was on the 13th dimension during the Kemet era and the Egyptian era, which is why pyramids and stuff was still built. This is why pharaohs were still 12, 13, 14 feet tall. And they wasn't 50 feet tall because they were on a lower dimension. Yet they were higher on a higher dimension than we are now. All right? The lower we go in dimension, the smaller our bodies become to adjust to the dimension. This is all true. Keep it going. There are 13 powerful bloodlines who run the entire world. Facts. And these are the 13 powerful bloodlines. This is why 13 is significant to them. Because these 13 power bloodlines, these are the reptilian shapeshifters who invaded our planet along with the human beings. All right? And last but not least, the 13 abolished slavery. Even though it didn't, this is why they used the 13th to be like, hey, slavery was abolished. So I'm showing y'all how much this 13 popped up, especially around this young lady who was considered the Hollywood girl. I already broke down where Hollywood comes from and what it means, the Holly tree, because Hollywood is nothing more than a place that they use to cast demonic spells and enchantments to control and manipulate us, all right, and to keep us at a low frequency. And it's only aimed at the blacks and Latinos, the gods and goddesses, nobody else. This does not affect human beings, all right, at all. They are privileged here, all right? So this is why if you are a human being and you're watching this, if you're not going to help us and use your good spirit to be like, you know what? Let me research. This is true. We were made by black people, and our ancestors came and took over them and took their planet and this and that. If you ain't saying that, you got to get the fuck off too, because you ain't really with us. Because that's not no lie. This is a fact. I'm kicking esoterical cosmic facts to y'all about Hollywood and about spells and this time spell. I had to break all this down because we still on the time spell, y'all. This is why I said that I'm gonna have to make each spell one day for each spell, because it's too much to just put in one goddamn live. You get what I'm saying? Subscribe to my channel, man. 50 people in here. I should have 50 new subscribers, all right? Or feel free to donate to the Cash App, Music, M-U-S-I-C, Media, M-D-I-A, forever. You feel me, if you want to. Because people asked about it. Let's keep it going. So let's break down 13 again. All right? Let's keep breaking down 13, y'all. Why is she important? Acting career began in 1925. Only appeared in one movie, 13 Women. She's considered the face of Hollywood. She's called the Hollywood girl who committed suicide by jumping off the goddamn sign. But it wasn't suicide. It was just a blood sacrifice, people. Wake up. Now, she only appeared in one movie titled 13 Women. How ironic. Pay attention to 13. Her death date, 1932. 9 plus 3 equals 12. This is called numerology. 12 plus 2 equals 14 minus 1 equals 13. How ironic 13 pops up again. Wow. that make you go, face. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. There ain't that many motherfucking coincidences now. There's 13 letters in the actual sign, Hollywood land, which she allegedly jumped from, because that was a blood sacrifice. There was 13 original colonies. So this is why 13 is significant to her, because this shows her loyalty to her species. All right? There was 13 original colonies. There are 13 blood stripes on the American flag. Didn't know, go count them. This is why. Friday the 13th is celebrated as a pagan holiday. This is why they tell you Friday the 13th is bad. The Hunger Games had districts. Ancient Kemet ascended back up to the 13th dimension after the fall, before Alexander the Great went and removed the last of our ancient technology from within our grasp. This is why they always pay so much homage to Alexander the Great, bitch ass. All right? Had us in school in American history class called Alexander the motherfucking Great. He ain't Alexander the shit. His bitch ass, when the people in Kemet in Egypt, they still had access to some of our technology. So even though we fell from the 33rd to the 13th, they were still able to concoct pyramids to try to connect us back, and they were still bigger body and in frequency. And then Alexander the Great rode his bitch ass around and rounded them up. You know what I'm saying? With other technology to get that technology from us. So this is why they always pay homage to Alexander the Great, because we would have been shifted had he not went and got that ancient technology. All right? Facts. Now we shift. It don't matter. Now it's over with. Their system will be destroyed by December 21st. January 2021. It's over with. All right? So this is what these lives are about. I'm teaching y'all, my people, the truth that has been kept from y'all, hidden. Let's keep it going. All right. So why is 13 so important? Because there are 13 bloodlines who rule our planet. It's 13 bloodlines, y'all. I gotta take a Cheeto break. Bear with me. I've been on here with y'all for hours. I need a Cheeto break. Facts. These my favorite Cheetos too. Hot crunchy cheese curl. Oh, my fault. Okay. So now, we said 13 is very important, but we need to find out why. So now we finna find out why. The 13 bloodlines who ruled our planet. Oh yeah, when I get off here, I'm finna eat real healthy. I'm just lecturing to y'all real quick, man. I'm just trying to put some energy in me, some type of energy. All right, but look, the 13 bloodlines who ruled our planet. All right, here they go, y'all. Keyword ruled, because these bitches had to go. Majority of their asses already left the planet and are dead. Facts. A lot of their ass have their clones walking around. But let's read out the 13 bloodlines who had ruled our whole planet. These are all your reptilians, families, people. Remember, they are shapeshifters. Let's go down. The Astor bloodline. The Bundy bloodline. Also, if your slave master had one of these last names, you also will always receive a little more leniency, at least in their system, than anybody with a separate last name from this, regardless of your species. Facts. This is a fact. This is a real fact. Yeah, it's all about the bloodline, y'all. The Astor bloodline, these are the 13 bloodlines. This is why they use 13 so much, because they landed and invaded these 13 reptilian bloodline races. Here they go. The Astor bloodline. All right. The Bundy bloodline. The Collins bloodline. The DuPont bloodline. The Freemason bloodline. The Kennedy bloodline. There goes the Lee bloodline. You see it? All right. The Lee, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Asiatic. Yeah. Remember I told y'all the original fucking human beings. I told y'all Caucasians, Asians, Arabs, Dravidians. All right. And Mexicans. All right. These are the bloodlines. The Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Freemason bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Russell bloodline, the Van Dyne bloodline, the Merovingian bloodline. I don't know if I enunciated that correctly. And the last but not least, the Rothschild bloodline. So this is why the number 13 is so important to them, because it's symbolic of the 13 bloodlines. These are your reptilian races. And all of them are shapeshifters. They have all them bloodlines control the country.